John, hello man. Well, as I told you, this video is going to be more philosophical and let's say meant to push you forward on the way that you're already walking. You know, tenseness in any activity that we do is due to the fact that we feel unprepared and that our body thinks that when we strive to reach a certain limit regarding any activity, we are not prepared. It's too fast, it's too heavy, it's too loud, it's too, I don't know, too difficult. Your body becomes tense when you know that your boss is calling you into his office and he's going to ask you to explain something that you did, and you're not totally 100% sure that you did the right thing doing that, and you're going to become tense because you expect your boss to ask you certain, I don't know, difficult questions which you will not be able to answer. That's when tenseness comes in. And of course, always, tenseness is a byproduct of having expectations. You, and not only you, but all of us, tend to pick stuff up which is way above our level at a certain point in time and expect to finish it in a perfect shape, being relaxed in I don't know, in an interval of time which is not that doable in respect to our capabilities and our powers. We each have various assimilation power, and there are also a lot of factors. Some people are able to study more focused than others. Other people are able to absorb information and reproduce it at a faster rate. In our case, our ears are what usually makes a very good difference. If your ears are able to depict details in a very clear way, and if you're able to hear in your head everything that you have to play, especially a piece that you already know how to play, tenseness will disappear simply because you're going to know what you have to play. Every movement is going to be translated by your brain to your hands, having the 100% certainty that you can reproduce it well enough. It's the same example, I don't know, when you learn a poem. Speech, like music, is a language. If you remember the words in the poem, and especially if you like it, you're going to be able to tell that poem to anybody, right? Using a form of expression. When you play the guitar and you play a piece, if you remember it well, and if you know you have the natural feeling that you have studied that piece and you can use the guitar to express it, most probably you're not going to be tense. Don't think about playing the guitar as some sort of a personal goal or a demonstration to somebody else around you. Think about playing the guitar as something that you enjoy doing, and use your ears to pick up the details and be sure of what you're playing. Trust me, this sort of stuff is more like wishful thinking. I don't know if that might be the right expression, but the more you do it, and the more you tell yourself that you know what you're doing, and you anticipate your moves, and you know what's next, the easier it will become to reproduce it. Play it, in this case. Give yourself time. I've noticed that your evolution has gone nicely. You probably reached a point. All you have to do is give yourself time and work around that point, and trying to be as relaxed as possible by telling yourself that you already know what you're doing, right? If I can do it slow, it's just a matter of time and practice until I can do it fast. That's all there is to it. People tend to imagine that there is a secret formula. I was one of those people too. When I was 17, I met a friend of mine in Switzerland, and he was a great guitar player. He knew how to play Pantera songs back then in 2001, and he was damn good at it. And I always ask him, Damien, how are you able to play that fast and that nice? Those songs sound like Dimebag is playing them. How do you do it? I just practiced. And for me, I was frustrated because I had the impression that he was not telling me something. There was a secret formula that he did not want to share with me. And I was so damn wrong, man. I just got home, and a few years later I understood that practicing and enjoying what you do is actually the key to success. And not being overly, I don't know, having great expectations from yourself. People tend to get hurt, and they hurt themselves having great expectations. I'm going to learn that song. And when they actually try to put it together, it doesn't sound that good. And say, I'm not good, I want to do it. Have you spent enough time doing it? Have you been paying close attention to all the details? Have you been practicing with a metronome? Have you understood each and every note and rest in that song? If the answer is no, then you probably didn't pay enough attention or enough time, and you didn't practice correctly. I know it may sound a bit harsh, but that's the truth. So, having these in mind, start enjoying what you do, man. Tell me if there are any questions or thoughts on this stuff, okay? Cheers.